Alright everyone, we are playing some artifact-based combo this week on Budget Magic. This looks like a keeper, I guess. I don't know. My first game with the deck, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, and it looks like we're up against Affinity. Excellent. So the basic idea is that we play a bunch of artifacts that draw us cards. Then we sacrifice those artifacts to gain mana. Then we open the vaults and face reward them back to eventually win the game. Whether or not this will work remains to be seen. We really don't have any interaction with Affinity, so if they just beat us down, not much we can do about that. But they can't really stop our combo either, so that's sweet. I guess we probably just need to play Ichor Wellspring here. Draws us a card. We can start playing Terrarions next turn. And then eventually we will be able to reshape. The good news is we do have Ghost Quarters, which can help against all these man lands. That's a Ravager. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we're going to have to speed this process up. I don't think we're taking any damage this turn, but our opponent's creatures are getting big pretty quickly. So we have about 2 turns, which is exactly when Lotus Plume comes down. So maybe Lotus Plume will be enough. Well, there's a Ghost Quarter. How do we do this? For now, I think we just play Terrarion. Am I saying that right? Terrarion. Hopefully. So 2 Terrarions. Ghost Quarter. We can use the Ghost Quarter to disrupt our opponent if we absolutely have to. But we will see. They might just be able to kill us this turn with their Ink Moths. And by dumping counters around. But maybe not. If they don't kill us this turn, then there's a chance we can kill them next turn. But we're going to have to get a little lucky. Because we don't have our Ironworks, which allows us to sack everything to generate mana. And we can't too easily reshape into it. Maybe we can. Our opponent is not attempting to kill us, so that's a good thing. So we are definitely dead next turn, unless we can kill our opponent before that. Alright, so we get to cast our Lotus Bloom. Another Ghost Quarter. Let's draw some cards first. So I think we just pay our colored mana, sack this, add blue, see what we draw. Another reshape. That might help, because now we can reshape for 0, sack this Ichor Wellspring, draws us another card. Lotus Bloom, alright. But we get to reshape for a Lotus Bloom. Then we play Ghost Quarter. We will start hitting our own lands with Ghost Quarters. Get an island. Let's see. So we sack our Lotus Blooms for white, sack Terrarion, add blue, I guess. Another island. Well, we gotta sack this Lotus Bloom for white. Now we can open the vaults. Gets us back a bunch of stuff. Draws us some more cards. Face reward, that was very good. That was very, very good. That might win us the game. So now we can tap our island, Ghost Quarter our island, get a Plains, We need to be in a position where we can reshape for our Ironworks, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But we can reshape. Yeah, we'll sack our. Let's sack for white, sack for blue, reshape for reshape. Yeah, let's reshape for our Ironworks. Reshape for 4. Sack our doesn't matter. Get to draw a card. Add a card waste. Sure. Reshape. Now we get our Ironworks. And now we're in business. Sack. Draws us a card. Ichor Wellspring, not bad. Sack Ichor Wellspring. Draws us a card. Another reshape. So now we can... Actually, we can play Wellspring. Draw a card. Sack Wellspring. Draw a card. Notice the pattern. And now we just face to reward everything back. Draws us some more cards. Gives us a bunch more lands. Open the vaults. Alright. Oh, and there's our grinding station. Alright. So now we just play our grinding station. And we mill our opponent out, I believe. I guess we can reshape for our last 1, 2. Yeah. Let's reshape for 0. Sack a Wellspring can get us our last copy of Lotus Bloom. Alright, now we have 4 Lotus Blooms. We can sack 1, play Grinding Station. Now we get to start milling our opponent by sacking Ichor Wellsprings, drawing cards along the way. Chromatic Sphere, nice. Yep, untaps. We get to cast a Chromatic Sphere, which we will sack to Grinding Station. Now we can sack one of these for mana. Ichor Wellspring. Sack another one to mill. And alright, that does it. Our opponent scooped. So we got there. We're 1 turn away from dying. Sorry if the commentary was a little stuttery. I was, like I said, this is my first time ever playing this deck, so I was kind of walking my way through that combo as we went along. But we got there. Took down Affinity. In game 1, at least. Sideboards. Pithing Needles seem pretty sweet. Pithing Needle is good against Ravager in specific. We could bring those in. What would we take out? We can take out 1 Alchemist Vial, I think. Oops. For a Pithing Needle. And maybe just do it like that. That was pretty sweet. This deck is fun to play. Weird and odd, but fun. Alright, I think I'm just going to bring in 1 Pithing Needle and submit like that. Alrighty, game 2. Let's see if we can goldfish our way to another win. Oh, this deck has to be so miserable to play against. Oh. Yeah? I mean, we got 2 Lotus Blooms in our hand. So we're not going off before turn 3, but we have the face reward. We even have the Ironworks. So I think we just suspend some Lotus Blooms and hope that that's good enough. I wonder if our opponent brought in Disruption, like Spell Pierce or something. Alright, so double suspend, Lotus Bloom. Guess just Edikar Waste, Terrarion. And pass the turn. Just try to bide our time until we get those off suspend. Hopefully we live. Memnite, sure. What really gets us is Cranial Plating and possibly Ravager. Well, there's Ravager. I think, though, that's slightly less scary than Plating. Alright, so we start counting down our suspend. 2 more turns. Can our opponent kill us before that? And what do we draw? Thought cast that we can't cast. I guess we play Ghost Quarter just to threaten that we could kill a manland. If we were on the play, I think this hand would definitely win us the game. Being on the draw, not sure. Still seems possible. Alright, can our opponent kill us next turn? Well, let's leave up Ghost Quarter just in case. But we will Alchemist Vial, draw a card. One of the new additions here from Magic Origins. Because we're on the Face Reward plan, we really can't... Oh, that might be bad. Our opponent is going to Spell Pierce that. Okay. Our opponent's out of cards. I don't think we die, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think we die. Because our opponent can only sack 2 artifacts that aren't attacking. Or 3, I guess. They can sack the Signal Pest after attacks, but that's 10, 13. I'm only seeing 13 points of damage. Alright. We lived until our blooms came. Now I think there's a decent shot of us winning. We could, it wouldn't be bad to draw some more things, but... Add a card waste. So how do we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think we start by 1 mana Thoughtcast. Another Thoughtcast. Alright, let's play our island. So what's our plan? Thoughtcast. So we're going to Thoughtcast again. We can Ghost Quarter our own, well, yeah, Ghost Quarter our own land, get an island, I guess is fine. Well, I guess we just sack this for white, tap out, play Ironworks. I want to leave white mana floating. Sack Terrarion, draw a card. Sack Ironworks, gains us some mana, face reward, gets everything back. That might have been a punt, actually. We can Chromatic Star with our floating mana. Sack it, adding blue. In response, we are going to Ghost Quarter our own land, get another basic out of our deck. So we will get an island. Draw a card. That's the idea of these Ghost Quarters. There we go. Open the vault. So now we can sack Terrarion. Draw a card. Another Ironworks. Play Terrarion. Sack Terrarion. Draw a card. Ichor Wellspring. Draws a card. Sack Wellspring. Draw a card. Chromatic Sphere. Sack it to add blue, I guess. Another Open the Vaults. Excellent. So now we can sack Lotus Bloom for white. Sack Lotus Bloom for white. Sack Ironworks. 8, 9, 10, 13. Cast Ironworks. Sack Citadel, sack Ironworks, open the vaults, get everything back, draw a couple cards, face reward, fine. Now we reshape, paying 2 blue, sacking a, no, for 0, sacking a Ichor Wellspring. Oh, yeah, that's alright. That's not really what I should have done. I meant to use that to find our grinding station, but this is alright too. So we get to play Ichor Wellspring, draw a card. We'll draw into another reshape, and then we can do it that way. Or into the grinding station itself. Sack Chromatic Sphere. Draw a card. Sack Alchemist Vial. Sack Ichor Wellspring. Draws a card. Man, we're drawing a lot of lands. Alright, Chromatic Sphere. Draws a card. Cast Chromatic Star. Sack Chromatic Star. We just need our grinding station. Or a reshape to find it. Thoughtcast. I guess we can Thoughtcast here. There's a reshape. Okay, so sack this for blue. Sack this for white. Sack this for blue. Sack Terrarion. Draw a card. Sack Terrarion. Draw a card. Now we can reshape for 3. Okay. Sacking our Darksteel Citadel. Gets us our grinding station. Sack it. Start milling our opponent. Sack Ironworks. And we'll sack another Ironworks. Play Chromatic Sphere. Untap Grinding Station. Sack it to mill our opponent. Chromatic Sphere. Untaps Grinding Station. Sack it to mill our opponent. Chromatic Star. Untaps Grinding Station. Sack it to mill our opponent. Ironworks. Untaps Grinding Station. So I think we got it. Sweet! Yeah, that was awesome. We just totally destroyed Affinity. Oh, that's sweet. Turn 3 kills like crazy. Yeah. Well, let's try another one.